a master of disguises for the CIA, who's now giving accident victims back their identities.
Hi, I'm Dr. Steve Salvatore. Thanks for joining us. When you go in for a medical procedure, there are all kinds of questions that typically run through your mind. How the hands of an artist helped a man regain his identity. Reconstructive surgery has come a long way since its development during the Civil War. Today, doctors can do wonders for people disfigured by illness or accidents. Still, some people can't be helped by even the best plastic surgeon. Megan Beyer has the story of a man who found himself in that situation and the surprising place he's turning for help.
As he gazes out the window of his home in Indiana, Jim Alexander brushes the tears from his eyes and remembers the fateful day 4 years ago that forever changed his life.
As I pulled in a convenience store, for some reason or another, I passed out or blacked out, and the car went up on a curb, and it exploded into flames.
For 20 minutes, Jim was trapped inside the inferno that consumed his car.
And they got the flames out, and the car opened. They thought I was dead. They had already sent, ordered for the coroner.
The face of Jim Alexander did die that night, destroyed in the fire that miraculously left the rest of his body untouched. Doctors tried their best to restore his identity. He underwent 37 excruciating surgeries using bone, cartilage, and skin from other parts of his body.
This part right up in here, that's the part off my arm there. Down in here where they run the blood supply from my nose, that's this arm.
Doctors have done all they can do. Today, Jim is able to get around on his own, even though he is blind in one eye and has little vision in the other. He sees the world through the pain of how the world sees him.
I thought of suicide, but God didn't save my life out of that accident and get me through 37 surgeries for me to commit harakiri.
So Jim struggles to have a normal life within the confines of his living room. His daughters manage his affairs. He can't see the TV, so his only connection with the outside world is the sound.
You feel locked in, and you can't get out. And you don't necessarily want to be out. That's a sad feeling, it really is.
Now Jim may be about to get his life back, thanks to this man. He's not a doctor or a psychologist, but a master of disguises for the CIA. For 25 years, Bob Barron's job was creating identities for agents.
They had to be perfected in order for the agents to elude surveillance.
Bob is now retired from the CIA and using his talent for a different purpose, making prosthetic devices for people with disfiguring injuries and disease.
I figured that I could help them regain their identity through prosthetics.
Not only are identities restored, lives are enhanced. Many of Bob's creations double as medical aids. A nose reduces the chance of sinus infection. An ear improves hearing.
The ear is designed to gather the sound waves and take them into the canal to the eardrum.
Bob creates these devices for people who can't be helped with plastic surgery.
I knew that I could be able to help people go about their everyday life without attracting attention to themselves, and this is what they want to do the most.
Now Bob's directing his talents at his most impossible mission yet, to rebuild an entire face for Jim.
He said he would give me my old identity back. And of course I was skeptical, after everything I've gone through, you wonder how can they do that.
Bob starts with 2 casts, one of a man whose bone structure is similar to Jim's before the accident, and one of Jim's face as it is today. The mask will take months of painstaking work. Bob has perfected a very thin plastic substance that will allow Jim's skin to breathe. Although he won't have any facial movement, the mask will protect Jim from the sun and improve his hearing.
I know how much Jim wants this. I know how much he needs it. And it's very important for me to make him feel whole again and want to live again.
Well, it never was perfect, but at least I'll be accepted again.
So Jim waits patiently, imagining the day he can once again face the world.
I felt that he could give me my life back. I could be accepted in society again without, being stared at.